It's early. Hello world and all who inhabit it. It is I, the Great Saiyaran, and I am very sleepy. What I want to talk to you guys about today is my immediate reaction to the Pokemon Presents that just launched. Dropped. Whatever. There were some really cool updates. I mean, the mobile games got new stuff. Arceus got a new update, which lets you, I don't know if you, wait, what did it? So they added more battles and they added something called Daybreaks, which I'm guessing is like alpha mass outbreaks. So they're probably even more rare than mass outbreaks, but it's strictly alphas because all the daybreaks that they showed were all alphas. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about two things. One, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yes, Pokemon dropped Gen 9. I was kind of expecting it, but kind of not. It had been 3 years since Sword and Shield, but I really didn't expect them to drop Gen 9 because we just got BDSP and Arceus. Literally, Arceus came out, what, 2 months ago? Not even. So it was just kind of weird that they would drop Gen 9, but they got to push out these games. They got to push out this merch. I mean, the games account for, I think it's like 10 or 20% of their actual revenue. They get most of it from the shows and the merch. And so they actually announced a new show based on the Hisui region, which, I mean, I guess that's their bread that they're making. Not only are they making good bread from Arceus, but they're also making good bread from the TV show. So there's that. But real quick, let's look at Violet, let's look at Scarlet, or let's look at Scarlet, then let's look at Violet. And let's look at the starters because they're kind of cool. So there was this whole dramatic lead up. I actually thought that this was Detective Pikachu and that we were getting a Detective Pikachu game. I swear I thought it was Detective Pikachu. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll probably buy that, depending on the mechanics or whatever. No, we're gonna skip this because it's me sleepy. All right, cool. Let's go back. Okay, long dramatic pause, and then here is the game. So I thought this was additional Sword and Shield DLC, like an add-on area at first. And then when we got to this point, I realized that no, they're just using Sword and Shield assets. Let me turn this down a smidge. There we go. All right. So there's Pokemon in the wild, and I like that they're using those same assets and those same, I guess, what do you call it? I guess it is assets with the Pokemon that are moving the same. So all they did was basically port the Pokemon that were already in Arceus and put them into this game. Now, of course, there are different Pokemon. I don't think Larvitar's in Arceus. And there's some other Pokemon I saw. Seviper's definitely not in Arceus. But there's just some Pokemon that's not in there. I like how detailed the areas are. Like, let's pause here. Oh, did I mute? Whoops. Look how detailed the areas are. Okay, maybe that's a bad. Let me do the lead up into this. Hold on, man. Okay, this is a perfect example. This is like too early for me. But you see there's more grass detail. Like on the right here, that's what Arceus looks like. On the left, this is what Gen 9 looks like. And you can kind of tell that they wanted to add more to the game. They wanted to add a bunch of, I guess, detail and hit those graphical hit that graphical itch that a lot of people are having, and the issue a lot of people are having with Arceus. Arceus, I'm gonna switch the whole time. Arceus is a lot of fun. Arceus is a lot of fun. The gameplay is super addicting. I don't know how they're gonna do gameplay. What is gonna be the mechanic in this game? Who knows? So really important thing here. This is the room that guy data mined and found inside of Arceus. That's how a lot of people like knew Gen 9 was coming, because they used this. So some people thought it was going to be DLC, like maybe he goes back into his timeline, and you know, he goes back to his room one more time, or it was just like a dummy room where they just tested physics and assets and things like that, because some games do have dummy rooms inside of them. No, this is the exact room old buddy was in. I recognize the TV and the Switch. So yeah. And this is the great reveal. Okay. I was trying to do a drum roll, but it didn't work out. Come on. All right, here they are. First of all, nostalgia. Okay. And second of all, we have Leaf Kitten. This looks like Litten, but as a cat or as a grass type. So I don't know if I'm feeling her. Now, this Apple Dino Fire type, he looks stupid. But I like fire types, and it depends on his final form. I really like fire types, but he looks super stupid. Like he looks like Appleton was a fire type and then had a baby or something. And then we have Mr. Quackers. Okay. This guy, he may be my go-to. I like him. I may name him Donald Duck. I don't know. He looks dope. It's just, I don't know. Like, what is he gonna evolve into? Like, I don't think we've ever seen like a super dope evolution of a Pokemon that was a water type duck or whatever. That was like cool. Like, we've seen some that's like, oh, that makes sense for Pokemon, but we've never seen one that was like, oh, that's a cool design. And yeah, so here's the name reveal: Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, which I really like the names of the games. I like the font, actually. That was one thing I noticed. I kind of like the Scarlet font, how that's a little jazzed up, and the Violet is like straight laced, kind of, you know. We know nothing else besides these title sequences. Oh, and there's a release window. It is going to release in late 2022. Pokemon does not delay their games. So I'm super interested to see where is it going to fit within this release within this window of releases this fall, because the next thing I'm going to talk about is how freaking stacked Nintendo's year is. Hey guys, so as I'm editing, the Pokemon Company actually released a little bit more information, and they actually confirmed that it's an open world. Like, they call it an open world. I'm gonna put the tweet on screen like right about now. This is important because that means that it is an open world game. They didn't call Arceus an open world game. They call it open-ended or something like that. I don't know, but they didn't call it open world. They are calling this game open world, which means they're probably gonna be connected areas. It's not gonna be like Arceus where there's a hub world and like different places you can go to. Like it's like Sword and Shield did one open area, right? And then you could go everywhere else. So, you know, traditional linear Pokemon, but with an open area. And Arceus does the opposite. They have one hub and then different areas you can go wherever you want, right? With this one, they're going full open world. So we just got to see what that means for Pokemon. And man, I'm excited. Hopefully I don't get DMCA from Nintendo, so I'm probably going to like cut the audio out on that part for the clip, and just to make sure I don't get DMCA'd. So if you don't hear any audio, sorry about that. But yeah, Nintendo's year is quite stacked. I mean, let's look at the Nintendo Direct they just had. They announced some major games. We still have Kirby coming out, which I'm super excited for. You will see me play that on this channel. They also have some smaller titles, some remakes. Live Alive, I'm really excited about that game. I'm not so excited about the Fire Emblem game. I'm sorry, it's a Warriors game. I loved Age of Calamity. I think Warrior games are fine. I'm just not into the Fire Emblem franchise to play through another Warriors game. I have a quota, and that's one every 5 years. But also you have a major title for Nintendo like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Splatoon 3, like you have some major games. So just the first half of Nintendo would say, oh, that's a pretty stacked year. You have a new Kirby, excuse me, let me start at the beginning. You have Arceus that came out, which is doing phenomenal. It's been the talk of the internet for weeks. Then you have Kirby. Then you have all these remakes. You have Splatoon 3, and then you have Xenoblade. So you're like, that's a really good stacked. That's pretty good for the year. Nintendo says, hold my beer. To the later half of the year, you have Bayo, which I'm super excited for. Bayonetta 3. This is the year of threes, I just realized. 3 Pokemon games, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. What a weird year. Anyway, I'm super excited about Bayonetta. I have a friend who works for Sony, and he told me to play Bayonetta like during the pandemic, and I fell in love and went back and played those games to death. So I'm super excited about Bayonetta 3. So that's coming out, which is my big game of the year. And then there's the sequel to the Breath of the Wild, which we don't know if it's officially going to come out this year. There's a pretty good chance that since Pokemon is definitely coming out this year, Nintendo won't be stressed to put out sequels to the Breath of the Wild and may delay it, but who knows? But it's on the docket, so that means it's coming out sometime. We're just gonna say this year because they haven't changed anything. And now we have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, 2 games that are definitely gonna sell 20 million. Like, no problem gonna sell 20 million. Like, Nintendo is not even there's no doubt that 2 new Pokemon games that had an initial good reaction within the community online is going to sell 20 million. It's just gonna happen. And I know I'm missing some games, but that's just the ones that we really know about. There is still a direct around E3 summertime that's gonna cover the later half of the year. That's gonna cover all of that stuff. So I'm really excited to be a Nintendo fan. Like, wow. I know I play a lot of Apex on this channel and I play a lot of random games, but I love Nintendo and I've always grew up with a Nintendo in the house. So this is really awesome for me. And Pokemon fans, we are eating. We've had Let's Go, Sword and Shield, BDSP, Arceus, and now Scarlet and Violet. And we even had really awesome DLC for Sword and Shield. So we are eating this generation. Like, they are throwing them at us. And I'm like, bro. I just wanted to wake up and tell you that, like, I'm super excited about this news. I know it's early, but I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel because I will be covering more, not just Nintendo stuff, but Sony and Xbox announcements too. And we have a lot of gameplay. So I'll catch you on the next upload. Peace.